Guys, welcome to my channel. Today, i-review natin itong all-new Mitsubishi Triton. Marami ang naghihintay nito at finally, nasa Pilipinas na. So, samahan nyo ako and I will try my best to do a detailed review for your reference. Dahil bago ito sa market, syempre marami ang gustong malaman kung anong merong characteristics ito. So hopefully makapagbigay ako ng insights about this all-new Mitsubishi Triton. So simulan muna natin sa pricing niya. Itong Triton is available in 7 variants. Merong 4 na manual transmission at 3 automatic transmission. Ang pinakamura yung GL na 2-wheel drive manual transmission na 1.134 million. Ang sumunod yung manual na 4-wheel drive na 1.157 million. So ang difference lang niya doon sa manual transmission na 2-wheel drive is 23,000. So kung bibili ka ng manual, kuhanin mo na yung 4-wheel drive kasi kaunti lang naman ang diferensya doon sa 2-wheel drive. Ang next yung GLX na automatic transmission saka yung manual, meron din. At meron ding 4-wheel drive na manual transmission yung GLX variant na 1.56 million. And then merong GLS na 1.582 million at yung pinakamahal yung Athlete na 1.9 million. So itong Triton, ito yung Mitsubishi's Challenger sa mid-size pickup truck segment. Dati kasi ang pangalan nito yung Strada. So tinanggalan nila yung Strada at ginawa nilang Triton para kapareho na dun sa other markets using yung Triton name. So this is now called All New Triton, which is the 6th generation of this pickup truck. So punta na tayo sa exterior. So itong exterior ang pinaka-controversial. Divided yung opinion ng mga tao kung maganda ba siya o hindi. Kasi yung front fascia niya masyadong maraming detalye. It's too busy to look at hindi minimalist yung approach. For me, isa ako yung hindi masyadong gusto yung harap. Pero nung makita ko siya sa personal, parang nag-go-grow na siya on me. Feeling ko madali lang gawa ng paraan. Siguradong may mga aftermarket accessories na lalabas. So, start muna tayo dito sa GLX 80 2-wheel drive model dito sa video na ito and then we will discuss the other variants. Pag GLX, naka-halogen headlamp lang siya, parang ganyan. Kapag ka naman GLS, naka-projector headlights, parang ganyan. Similar din dun sa Athlete. Pati yung fog light nitong GLX is halogen din. So, ang pinaka-nabago ngayon, yung kanyang bumper, saka yung kanyang front grille. Yung front grille niya, gusto ko yung pinaka-frame na parang rectangle, no? Pero yung design nung grille itself, hindi ko type. Kasi para siyang masyadong busy. Mas okay sana to kung halimbawa naka-horizontal yung grille niya. Yung grille niya is color black for all the variants except dun sa Athlete na naka-body colored yung grille niya. At least nawala na yung chrome na dating meron doon sa Strada. And then meron siyang DRL na halogen din. Gusto ko yung design niya kasi medyo may pagka-boxy. From this side, gusto ko yung character lines niya. It's different from the other pickups in the market today. Itong tires ng GLX is size 18. Sa GLS ganun din. Yung sa GL, size 16 ang goma niya. At saka naka-steel rims yun. Yung front tires niya naka-disc brake, while yung sa likod is naka-drum brakes pa rin. Ito lang hindi ko gusto, naka-drum brakes pa rin doon sa likod sa lahat ng variants. Sa iba kasi, as you go the higher variants, nagiging disc brake siya. Itong GLX naka-chrome yung handles. And then naka-chrome accent din yung side mirror. And wala siyang roof rail, yung Athlete meron. Maganda rin yung highlight sa track bed niya, very prominent. This is usual sa design language ng Mitsubishi. It's very striking and very edgy. And if you look at the sides, ang laki ng inilaki niya. Napansin ko lang, malaki yung cover dito sa fuel tank. At ang maganda dito, meron na siyang fender liner. Yan yung plastic sa ilalim. So, madali nang linisin yung ilalim. Saka hindi kitang-kita yung ilalim. It is said na robust yung ladder frame niya at very tough yung chassis. And then yung leaf spring niya was also redesigned. Yung indent dito sa may bed area is quite prominent. Makikita mo rin na malaki yung kanyang LED taillight na medyo naka-stretch towards the side. Pagdating naman sa likod, very simple lang siyang tingnan. Unlike dun sa harap na parang very busy ang look. Yung handle ng track bed is chrome na meron din doon rear camera, no? And then dito sa left na lower portion, merong Triton na emblem. So ganyan ang itsura ng likod niya. Pag sa likod, wala ka namang masyadong magagawa kasi very limited lang yung surface area na pwede mong galawin. Okay, let's get closer. Dito sa chrome handle, meron ditong camera, and then sa ibabaw nun, meron siyang ilaw, at dito sa right, meron naman siyang parang susian. Okay, let's open itong tailgate. Medyo mabigat siya kasi wala siya nung tailgate assist. And then you can see na meron na din siyang kasamang bed liner. Sa lahat ng variants, merong bed liner. And then, meron ditong mga anchor points. 4 yan. 2 dun sa bandang harap, saka 2 dito sa likod. Napansin ko, malaki yung track bed. Malapad siya. Parang mas malapad pa siya dun sa Hilux Pero, mas malapad yung sa Ranger Raptor. Okay, sarado natin. Yun nga, medyo mabigat lang. So, bago natin tingnan yung interior, i-discuss muna natin yung makina. Bagong-bago yung makina niya. Ang makina niya is yung 4N16, which is an improvement doon sa 4N15 saka doon sa 4D56. At ang una kong napansin dito, yung location ng kanyang alternator dito sa ibabaw. Yung kasing sa Strada saka yung sa Montero, nandun sa bandang ilalim. So, this increases the wading depth to 800 mm. At makikita nyo, meron siyang single turbo. So, single turbo lang dito sa 6 na variants except dun sa Athlete na bi-turbo. Itong 4N16 is 2.4 liter na single turbo. It produces 183 horsepower at 3,500 RPM. Yung top of the line na Athlete, nasa 204 horsepower na yon. Ang torque nitong GLX is 430 Newton meters, while yung Athlete is nasa 470 Newton meters. Ang transmission nga pala nito is 6-speed automatic transmission. At mamaya, during the test drive portion of the video, i-explain ko sa inyo why I think this is the best engine in the segment so far as of now. When it comes to refinement, technology, and power delivery. And based on feedback, yung 4N15 na previous engine ng mga Mitsubishi is one of the most reliable engines in the segment. And I am sure na ganon din itong 4N16, which is a bigger improvement than the 4N15. It is a lot more advanced at iba yung feel and refinement of a newer designed engine. So to me, very solid yung engine niya. Wala kang magiging major issue dito as long as properly maintained mo siya. Okay, check natin yung interior. Dito sa door panels, gusto ko yung design niya. It reminds me yung parang utilitarian na Jimny. So dito may mga soft touch material. Ito plastic ito. And then itong lock is yung parang old style na locking system. And then meron ditong piano black trim. At dito sa baba yung bottle holder saka yung speaker. And one of the key points of the new Triton is its interior. It has big step up from the previous Strada. Okay, upo tayo, check natin. So, maganda yung angle, adequate yung kanyang thigh support. And then yung adjustment is manual. So, pwede mo siyang itaas and then pwede mo ding ibaba yung height using this manual lever. Dito sa lower portion, merong adjustment ng level ng headlight, saka yung illumination, and then meron ditong aircon vent. Dito naman sa steering, equipped siya nung steering wheel mounted audio control. And then, meron din siyang control for the cruise control. Okay, check natin yung steering wheel kung nagtitilt o nagte-telescope. Bali, yung GLX, GLS, saka yung Athlete, nagtitilt and telescope sila katulad nito. Pero dun sa GL, nagtitilt lang siya. Hindi siya nagte-telescope. Napansin ko din, tinanggal nila yung paddle shifter. Wala na siyang paddle shifter ngayon. Yung kanyang instrument cluster, meron siyang 7-inch color display sa gitna, and then sa kanan yung speedometer, saka yung tachometer sa kaliwa na parehong analog. At pagdating naman sa head unit niya, it is an 8-inch display which is similar to Nissan products. At may Apple CarPlay and Android Auto naman siya. Then may dalawang aircon vents dito sa gitna, nandito yung hazard button. At dito naman sa bandang baba, dito yung adjustment ng temperature ng aircon. Ito naman yung design ng kanyang control ng aircon, parang piano style. So nandito yung control ng aircon at saka yung recirculation button. Ang maganda dito, dalawa yung USB port, isang Type A saka isang Type C. Tapos meron pa ditong 12-volt na socket. Dito sa lower portion, wala siyang wireless charger. Ito yung location ng wireless charger dun sa top of the line na Athlete. Dito naman sa center console, nandito yung shifter. And then, ang background niya dito is yung piano black na material na madali siyang magagasgas. Ang gusto ko dito, minintay niya yung manual handbrake. Hindi na siya electronic brake. Dito naman sa dashboard area, dalawa yung globe compartment. Isa dito sa taas at saka meron pa din isang globe compartment dito sa baba. At merong susian itong globe compartment. I like the dashboard design. It's a mix of old school vibe and modern design approach. Napakalayo ng design nito from the previous model na Strada. Okay, check natin itong upper area. Wala siyang vanity mirror dito. Tingnan natin sa passenger side, meron siyang vanity mirror pero wala siyang ilaw. And then dito naman sa gitna, nandito yung kanyang interior cabin light yan. Pag pinindot mo yan, iilaw siya. And then nandito rin yung sunglass holder. Yan. In terms of headroom, malaki siya. Kita mo, ang laki ng space. So, maaliwala siya. At yung kanyang visibility, maganda rin. Kasi nga yung kanyang dashboard hindi mataas Flat lang siya na simple. And then dito sa A pillar, meron siyang grab handle dito sa driver side. Dun sa passenger, meron ding grab handle. Which is a good feature para madali kang makapasok sa sasakyan. At dito nga pala sa ilalim ng armrest, meron din ditong compartment. Medyo malalim siya. So, marami kang pwedeng mailagay dito. Okay, punta tayo dito sa likod. So, itong door panels, maganda rin, kagaya nung sa harap. So, upo tayo. So, dito, malaki pa yung space. So, makakaupo ka comfortably. I'm 5'7", so okay lang sa akin. Dito naman sa bandang gitna, medyo nakataas ng konti yung center tunnel. So, medyo mag-a-adjust ka ng konti. Pero okay pa din naman. At dito naman sa likod ng kanyang center armrest, wala siyang aircon vent dito. Although meron siya ditong dalawang USB port, isang Type A, Type C, at saka meron ding 12-volt socket. Ang design nito, meron ka ring grab handle dito sa may B pillar. And it's color black. So, kung nakasakay ka dito sa likod, ito yung view mo. Simple and quite refreshing. Okay, check naman natin yung compartment dito sa likod. So, pag iniangat mo dyan, meron kang space dyan para lalagyan ng mga small items. At dyan din nila nilalagay yung jack. Okay, yan ang interior nitong Mitsubishi Triton. Now, we will do a test drive para makita kung ano talaga ang performance niya. So, ang ite-test drive natin, itong GLS two-wheel drive automatic transmission. Ang unang napansin ko, very refined yung engine. Tahimik siya, wala siyang masyadong vibration. Medyo mabigat ng konti yung kanyang steering kasi this one is hydraulic power assisted, ano? Dito sa GLS. Doon kasi sa Athlete, yung top of the line, electric power assisted steering yon. Kaya mas malambot yung manibela nun. The other observation that I got is maganda yung kanyang NVH. This is one of my complaints sa previous model. Hindi masyadong maganda yung NVH niya. Naririnig mo yung mga sound sa labas. Ngayon, in this particular case, ngayon may mga sound sa labas, may mga speakers, no? Hindi ko siya masyadong naririnig. Pagdating naman sa engine, this is one of the most powerful engine in each segment. Pagdating sa throttle response, this is one of the most responsive from all the pickups that I have tried. And mind you, this is just the single turbo that I am driving. How much more yung bi-turbo na top of the line Athlete. Okay, ilabas na natin dito sa test track at tetestingin naman natin dito sa kalsada. Ang isang napansin ko dito, when it comes to visibility, maganda siya. Minimized yung blind spot niya kasi maliliit yung pillars. At nakakatulong din yung malaking side mirror. Again, as I said, maganda yung throttle response. Mabilis siyang mag-pick up, ang ganda ng acceleration, at saka ang gaan niyang i-drive. When it comes to brakes, meron din siyang improvement from the previous model. Usually kasi sa mga pick-up-based SUV or itong mga pick-up, may pagka-moosey yung brake feel niya. So when it comes to the progression of the brakes of this new model, it's a major improvement. Since madaling timplahin yung brakes niya compared sa other pickups. Punta naman tayo sa handling. I was surprised with the handling of this vehicle. Actually, very minimized yung body roll. Ang ganda ng stability niya, especially sa corners, which is unusual for a pickup. Yung ride quality niya is significantly improved. Comparable na siya doon sa Ranger Wildtrak when it comes to ride quality. Nagkaroon din tayo ng pagkakataon na sumakay at ma-experience yung response niya under extreme conditions. Kasi yung nag-drive nito, yung champion rally driver na Japanese na in-invite ng Mitsubishi.
So what's the maximum? 35 degrees.
More liter. Okay. Very nice stability.
Yeah, very nice.
And from that experience, I could say this is one top truck. Imagine abusing this pickup for 3 whole days, testing its limits, driving it hard without hesitation. Imagine the abuse sa pangilalim nito at sa iba pang mga components. And from my experience, it's one of the most stable truck in the segment. Its handling characteristics is not difficult for a pickup truck. Comparing it to a Ranger Raptor, that truck has a more advanced suspension system kasi naka-fact shock siya. Pero mind you, this Triton has stock components. Wala siyang partnership with aftermarket suppliers. It all came from Mitsubishi. But kaya pa rin niyang i-handle yung abuse just like a Ranger Raptor. So it shows the durability of this pickup truck. Okay, let's summarize and I will share with you my opinion. Sa ngayon, kung bibili ka ng pickup, ang magandang pagpipilian ngayon itong Triton Athlete, yung Ranger Wildtrak, at saka yung Hilux Conquest na parehong 4x4. Kasi sila yung may mga fresh design at saka maraming mga technological features. So, i-check muna natin kung gaano sila kalaki. In terms of length, pinakamahaba yung Ranger Wildtrak. Pero sa lapad, pinakamalapad yung Hilux Conquest. At sa height naman, pinakamataas yung Ranger Wildtrak. So, yan ang kanyang sizes. So, compare naman natin yung makina at saka yung transmission at saka yung pricing. So, mapapansin mo, magkadikit yung presyo ng Wildtrak saka yung Athlete at 1.9 million. Ang pinakamahal yung Hilux Conquest, nasa 2,072,000. Sa engine size, pinakamalaki yung Hilux Conquest kasi 2.8 liters siya. But in terms of power, ang Wildtrak ang pinakamalakas kasi 210 horsepower siya. Sa torque naman, pareho lang yung torque ni Wildtrak saka ni Hilux. Please note na yung Ranger Wildtrak, meron siyang 10-speed automatic transmission, while yung Athlete saka yung Conquest, 6-speed lang ang kanyang transmission. I think from the three, yung pinagpipilian ng mga buyers, yung Ranger Wildtrak, at saka itong Triton. Since sila yung bagong labas sa market as of now. But if you're going to ask me kung ako papipiliin between the Triton and the Wildtrak, mas pipiliin ko itong Triton kasi ang selling point niya yung kanyang engine. The Wildtrak and the Triton have the same engine configuration. Pareho silang naka-sequential turbo. Pero mas malaki yung displacement nitong Triton kasi naka 2.4 liter siya as against dun sa 2.0 liter ng Wildtrak. So how does that translate to durability? The smaller displacement engine has a lot more stress compared it to a higher displacement engine, especially when you turbocharge it. And when it comes to performance, I think itong 4N16 na engine is one of the best performing engine. Kasi yung response and refinement niya is a big improvement. And you need a pickup that would respond to your throttle inputs properly. Kasi may mga pickup na may delay yung throttle response. And before I forget, ito yung mga safety features that the Triton has. Meron siyang active yaw control, hill start assist, trailer stability assist, hill descent control, emergency pedal assist for misapplication, forward collision mitigation, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, at saka yung lane departure warning. At meron din siyang differential lock at saka 7 drive modes. And most importantly, meron siyang 360 cam. So for me, if you want performance and reliability, I think itong Triton is best for you. This truck is tested and has no reliability issues. Unlike its rival na yung Ford Wildtrak, na merong tendency magkaroon ng reliability issues in the future. Ang missing na lang dito yung paddle shifters saka yung disc brake dun sa likod na ngayon is naka-drum brakes. Pero hindi naman siya deal breaker para hindi mo piliin yung pickup na ito. Okay, hanggang dito na lang. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you again my next vlog. Bye!